Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I wasn't gonna make a video today, but I was thinking about something and I just kind of wanted to share it with you guys. And then I think I'm gonna pull a couple cards and just do a small reading for you guys. So like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. My mic is on and working. So yeah. I ran into somebody today that was just, I could tell they're building up toxicity, right? If you're on the wrong path, if you're just building toxicity in the body, then you end up spewing all that toxicity out in your environment. Remember, the things that we take in and what we're doing for ourselves will have a direct effect on what we're putting out there. So make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves, right? You know, prioritize yourself. It's okay to help people, but if you're helping people to the detriment of yourself, just saying that in and of itself, I mean, it makes you really question state of reality. And I've learned some things recently. It's just like, you know, there's a reason why you don't ever meet an ascended master. It's because they're not attached to anything in this three-dimensional reality, including their name on a piece of paper somewhere or a property. Now, why is that? The reason is because it pulls you into an avenue of time, it pulls you into linear time within this larger field. The only way to really travel with pure freedom is to be completely non-attached. Like, it's providing and creating materials, great, but ascended mastery, you're gonna get created material from somebody over a short period of time, and then poof, they're probably gonna disappear, right? Because they're gonna witness the process that they went through to elevate their awareness until they poof, popped out of this place. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is such an amazing book, amazing movie, the first one, and that's why Willy Wonka was a mystery to everybody in that movie, because he was the dream maker. You don't see the dream maker. You just see the other people living in the dream maker's dream. Think about that one for a bit. You collapse the wave function, and from quantum physics standpoint, you're looking at. They think they're looking at a particle, but you're just looking at a field that's moving so fast that time has, everything within that field is happening, has happened, and already has happened. Right? I mean, if it's moving at 100 trillion times per second relative to your space to it, it's all relative, right? Then, technically speaking, you're observing every parallel reality of everything within that field. So when you're virtually moving your state right now, your neutral state is at every state that everything within that field is at. And that's actually the truth for everything anyway. It's just that it hasn't expanded its awareness. Yeah, that's how the yogis learned how to just travel without moving, right? You can travel anywhere within the field. You're just in one field. All the fields are within all the other fields. They're just relative to time, relative to space. Because that's why everything moves relative to its size, right? It's all relative. And so that's why when we try to observe the physical universe outside of our solar system or outside of our galaxy, it looks in a specific way relative to the motion of the body that you're attached to at the time. If you just strictly looking at it from a physical perspective. Is this any making sense to you guys? it's why so many, when they're realizing that it almost looks like we're looking from like a recessing like hole. It's because we're collapsing towards the 0 point. And then as you're collapsing, you're accelerating towards the 0 point. You're pulling yourself away from everything so fast because you're going towards the 0 point, the neutral field on the toroidal field. It's going to look like everything's just blasting away from you. And that's what we observe, right? This acceleration of everything. The reality is it's just sitting there right next to us. You're just looking at a clump of fields sitting in an infinite number of fields in an infinite universe. But because of our motion of where we're at in the galaxy, it looks like it's blasting away from us because we're falling into the 0 point. We're moving more energy and information in the body. What do the cards have to say? I hope I'm not straining your guys' brains at all. Straining mine. Yeah. The movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is such a powerful film. The writers had no idea what they were even writing. I know they weren't. Even the individual dialogues. Nil desperandum, dear lady. Across the desert lies the promised land. It's like, do not despair. No matter what you do to yourself, you're just throwing yourself in the desert. But the promised land is always on the other side, right? Because everything ends up expanding its awareness eventually. I mean, you can destroy yourself only for so long. Yeah. Yeah. So we're in our childlike, playful sun energy. Once you realize the truth, right? The truth is what sets you free. There's nothing ever to be worried about. All you got to do is really take care of yourself. I ran into somebody that was carrying so much toxicity today. After I left, I started crying. Because so many people, and and this is the reason why, is because I have personally been so trapped in the past of doing stupid things to myself, where I was creating so much toxicity in my own body. And it created a different view of the world than I thought, was there. It's just that you get trapped in your own mind, right? And so you think that you got to go fix the thing out there. But the reality is all you have to do is take care of yourself and let yourself heal. And you'll be fine. It might take a while. It could take it could take a long while, right? Depending on how much toxicity you're carrying. But you just have to start the process. Just go down the path. And then eventually you'll get to this state. I mean, there's not much better than feeling like a kid on the back of a horsey with the sun shining, right? Yeah. And then you won't be attached to anything. Collapse the waveform, and then you'll see the beginning from the end. The Earth is just a part of the field that's just like every other part of the field. It's creating fruit. And the best fruit takes the longest time to ripen. But it's worth it. Right? Every 24,000 years, you get a lot of good fruit on the vine. And then it spits off the planet. It grows out into space because it's creating. I'm creating right now. I'm throwing my energy out to you guys, out to the world on my YouTube channel. Creating fruit. Yeah. Planting seeds. and then the fruit grows over time. Take care of yourself. Serve the people around you. Don't let people throw their burdens on you. And if they do, be polite about it, because they're unaware of what they're doing. It's unconscious. They're ignorant of it. And the best thing you can do is to walk away and allow them to expand. It will force them to expand their own awareness. Because they'll have to rest and figure out, why was I doing that to myself, right? Why, in the long run, they'll figure that out. Right? Why was I trying to pour my burdens on somebody else? Star. You are the star of the show. Every one of you guys. It doesn't get much better than that, right? I mean, I don't know about the rest of you. Let's get one more card. If you can take care of yourself to where you feel really good, and you can stay non-attached, and you can be able to observe where people aren't taking care of themselves, then potentially you have the power to heal anybody. Because if you can get somebody else to the state of awareness that you're in, and help them understand how you got there, and just teach them how you got there, then that's one of the most powerful gifts that you could possibly give somebody, right? To get rid of all that hurt and pain and suffering. But it takes a willingness to lead, and you have to take action towards that. And the King of Wands knows how to do that. I know you guys know how to do that. So, love you guys. Let's get an oracle card. Because I love oracle cards. Who doesn't love oracle cards? Balance. Yeah. It's great balance in life. This card is so weirdly dark and light, right? I mean, I guess that's the point, right? Shine your light and protect your energy. Yeah. Right. I mean, we do have a responsibility to each other when we know how to get to a certain state of being. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just probably carrying somebody else, right? The reality is as you're growing awareness over an infinite amount of time, at one time I was probably a microbe in the sea. You're just unconsciously carrying the burdens of everything around you. It's trying to feed off you in some way, right? It's trying to manipulate you to put whatever your energy in its pocket. And so when you can learn how to create and be okay with not getting anything in return, because it won't. When you get to certain levels of self-awareness, you're probably not going to get anything in return for a while, right? Until it figures out what you're trying to do and until you get to a level of understanding where you can teach it, and then you become the dream maker, right? Yeah. And then people see you for a little while, and either they kill you or you poof and go away. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Yeah. Have a great day.